Alright guys, so you've come to my video wanting to know about the Rockville subwoofer. This is the Rockville RVB 12.1A. It is a 12-inch subwoofer that comes in a box. It already has an amplifier built into the side of it. This unit is an all-in-one, ready-to-run system. Last time I checked the website, they were including the wiring kit, so you even have that going for you. It's only 100 and... I'll have to look it up. It'll be on the screen. It's not that expensive, and it packs a punch. You know, it says it has 500 watts. I imagine that's 500 watts peak. It does rattle the mirrors. It does. You can feel it in the seats, so it does have a kick. But there are a couple things that make this a speaker that I really don't want to own anymore. I'm going to pass it on probably to my brother or something. It's not that it's a bad product. I never had any issues with overheating. I never had any issues where it's cutting out or anything like that. I haven't blown any fuses or nothing strange going on really. The package overall is not too big. It's, you know, it's a standard sub box. It's not a ported box, but it doesn't take up the whole trunk, so that's kind of nice about it. And it's an all-in-one, so it's really more for a compact design. I do want to mention that the 12.1A has standard amplifier connections, so you know, you're using your 8-gauge cable, and it has Philip head studs. Mine have ferrules on it. That's what that little plastic is. The ground and remote, and the ground, the remote, and the power, you know, it's all the same as a standard amplifier. One thing that you're looking at here, this unit is capable of running the high level inputs. So you take your input from one of the back speakers in the trunk, and you could run that wire. See, I have mine here. I tried it. I was getting a lot of noise, a lot of interference, I'd say, on the line, and it would feed into the sub. And no matter where I try to put this cable, this wire, I just couldn't get it to. Excuse me, I couldn't get it to go away. So I ended up going up to the store and I picked up a RCA converter. This is a converter made by Kicker. Basically what it does is it takes the speaker input and then it converts it into an RCA output. So if you look here, you have the two RCA inputs. If you do have an aftermarket deck, it should have the RCA already. You just got to run a cable from the deck back to your sub. So that would be nice if you already have that. In my case, I don't have an aftermarket deck. I don't want to change the look of the car on the inside. Just mess the navigation up and all that stuff. So what I did was I used that converter. I brought it over to RCA, and I'm getting a lot less noise on these RCAs too. I'm not sure exactly why, because all the cables wrapped up here anyway. You know, big old spaghetti mess. But I'm getting a lot better bass out of it. I'm getting less noise, so that's nice. I did play with the crossover and gain for quite a while. This unit does not have an external remote. If you pick up yourself a higher end unit, it'll have a little port where you plug in a remote, and then you run a cable by your gear shift or your e-stop brake or your parking brake, and you're able to allows you to adjust the bass on the fly. This unit doesn't have that, and I found that I had to play with this quite a bit to get the right frequency while I'm driving inside the car. To me, that's a deal breaker. I have a very wide taste in music, and from one track to another, the bass is just so different that I'm always playing with the deck, adjusting the bass up and down from the deck, because that's the only way I can do it for this. And for me, that's a deal breaker. I thought maybe I could set it to a point where I'd be happy, but like I said, the tracks are just so different. Unless you listen to rap all day long, or you listen to country all day long, or Mozart all day long, or whatever it is, you're gonna end up trying to wanting to adjust that bass, and you're not gonna stop on the side of the highway to adjust your bass. It's just it's one of those things that, you know, you kind of get what you pay for. And in this case, overall the unit is all right. The box feels solid, the carpeting's nice, I don't know if that's actual stitching, looks like stitching. It's all nice, and this is a plastic composite grate here for protection. I do imagine it would protect the speaker in most cases. It is a rubberized ring with a plastic cone, so it's not aluminum or anything high-end like that. But overall, for the price, the box and the speaker are okay. Even the amplifier, it does a good job. It's just that lack of adjustment for me that it kills it. I just without that adjustment, it's just too hard. My deck, or my car stereo, you know, to get to the bass adjustments, I have to go into the menu, then a sub menu, and then the radio, and then it's just not what I need. I got it simply because I wanted to just test it out and see how it would do. It is better than the dual speaker that I reviewed the other video. It is okay if you're just using it for your average daily driver, but this car I have here, I use it for longer road trips, and it's just too annoying to try and dial up the bass and dial it back down and going into that menu. So in my case, this Rockville unit is it's not really for me. It's not worth it for me, simply because I don't have that extra adjustment. It's not because of poor quality or anything like that. It rattles the mirrors. You can feel it in the seats. It's an okay system. It's just I need that feature, and in my case, it's like I said, it's a deal breaker. For you guys out there that's just looking for a bargain, looking for something that's a little bit stronger than that dual 10-inch, you know, this might be a way to go, because you can set the gain and the crossover frequency to where maybe you're comfortable. But then again, if you have different tracks and you're back and forth all the time, you know, that would get annoying. So in that case, maybe you want to spend a little bit more money and get one that does have a remote, so you can do adjustments on the fly. You know, you're not that far off from getting an actual box and speakers with an amp. You know, if you look online, you could get a Rockford Fosgate for a decent price, and you have one that has a remote. So in my opinion, this Rockville just it's not for me, man. So, you know, if you guys have any questions about it, if you guys want to know anything else, if anything else I could help you guys out with, just let me know in the comments. You know, I keep an eye on them pretty regularly, so if you guys do comments, I do try to get back with a comment with a question. But yeah, other than that, that's about it, really. This is the Rockville RVB 12.1A, and it's just not for me, man. All right, dudes, take care. See you later.